Good morning, so I'm back out in my hunt for good images in Donegal. The weather was another miserable, windy, misty, kind of wet night. But this morning, high up in the hills, the clouds are really down low and is creating some atmospheric conditions. And I'm back at a cottage that I came across many years ago, and I was here last night. And I'm trying to capture an image here using the rocks in the foreground here, all the ferns, and the shapes of the ruined house and the tree on the left and the right hand side. It's an image, it's slightly cliched Irish image, but you know what? I actually think it works. So I'm going to talk you through the composition here. On the right hand side of the image, lower right hand side, I got the curve of this lichen covered wall, gorgeous textures on it, and then the fog or the mist is rolling in behind me, surrounding the house that I've just slightly off center, and I've got the two silhouettes of the trees just rise on the left and the right hand side, and that mist is just causing absolute beauty in the background. As an image, it works. It's kind of very atmospheric, potentially slightly cliched Irish image, but you know what? In this holiday, or this mini family holiday, I take anything at this stage for an image that works. The weather has been brutal. So I've tweaked my composition ever so slightly. The best lens you have is your legs, so I've moved left, move right, and by moving right, I've got this beautiful sweep of the old stone wall leading back towards the tree on the right hand side and the farmhouse, which is silhouetted in the mist. Gorgeous, moody scene, evocative of old Ireland. Those ferns make gorgeous textures, or gorgeous foreground. Beautiful scene. I tell you, it's a bit of a house to be a doer-upper. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Just going to drop a polarizer on the front of the lens here. It's a case polarizer, very gentle in its effect, but I hope it might just saturate those greens a small bit more. Oh, that's nice. Gorgeous. Quite a strong breeze blowing. I'm just waiting for that to drop. Freeze the movement in the ferns. Oh yeah, that's nice. Sheep poo everywhere, probably millions of ticks around. But in the meantime, I'm just tweaking the composition ever so slightly, just using the sweep of the wall as it comes in from the left down to the right, and frame my composition, making sure I get what I want in, excluding as much as possible. Setup wise, I got the 16-35 on at about 24 mils. ISO 400. I just want to keep the shutter speed high enough to freeze any movement in the ferns. Aperture f10, f11. I just want to make sure I got enough breathing room here on the right hand side, so I'm not excluding any of that tree or cutting it off, just in case I need to crop it later on in post. But I think I'm glad I got off the couch. I wasn't going to this morning. Almost beaten by the conditions. Come on, wind, die down, die down, die down, die down, down, down. Come on, wind, drop, please. Wind has just dropped now. 60 to the second, F10. And I think that's it. So I've come out of the ticks' nests onto the road here. I just want to take a simple silhouette of the house with the two chimney stacks and the silhouette of the tree in the background there in the mist. Beautiful muted tones of greens and greys, complement each other. A few flowers from the blackberry bush in the middle there. I think the other competition is way more interesting. But I'm going to take this. There's a simplicity about it that I actually like. So I'll take you through the composition here. As I say, I think the composition up the stone walls, looking back on the house, looks a lot better. But here there's a nice ghostly silhouette appearing with the chimney stacks, the frames of the windows, and that tree in the background here. Simple setup. F11, 60 per second, ISO 400. Just want to make sure there's no movement in those ferns. And basically, I'm tripping the shutter here.